Okay, on this particular Wednesday, we are honoring our homies, the moderators who have gone above and beyond to really assist with making the stream work. And this particular one is a big thank you for our recent Woodstock stream, where they literally stayed up with me all day and made sure we were good to go. Today, we are opening up with a request by our beloved moderator, Crimson Raider, who has requested I listen to this band called boygenius, which is a massive blind spot for me, and their record, The Record. Now, it seems like this came out March 31st of 2023. It's got 12 songs totaling out to about 42 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm told that it's indie rock, which makes sense that Crimson would suggest that to me because he knows that my bread was buttered with indie rock as I dug into my musical interests. But yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. boygenius is three solo artists coming together as an indie rock supergroup. They did one album. Which artists and bands did they come from to make this supergroup? And by the way, Verminal, welcome to the Rooskies, homie. Rooskies, make our new friend feel at home. Super band of sorts. Loved, recorded the record. Is among my favorite of 2023. Okay, well, if Going Optimal is saying that, I certainly know that this has got to be pretty good. Guys, yeah, because this is a music discovery stream, I need you to let me know, have you heard this album before? Are you familiar, or are you raw dogging a first listen with me? Are you a familiar, or are you a raw dogger? Phoebe Bridgers, Lucy Dacus, and Julian Baker. Got it. Okay. Well, guys, here we are. We got a bunch of people that seem like they have not, and we have a couple of people that seem that they have. So seems like we've got quite a good discovery chat with us today, which is always fun. Guys, I'm gonna hit the play button on this thing. Before I do, it is very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It goes a long way to help me out. And if you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Kick or Twitch. These people over here are the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time, and I know I speak for all of us when I say we would absolutely love to have you by. Guys, without further ado, let's hop into this thing. The Record, boygenius, opening up with Without You, Without Them. Here we go.
Give me everything you've got, I'll take what I can get. I want to hear your story.
Opening up with an acapella.
Be a part of it. Thank your father before you, his mother before him. Who would I be without you, without them? Speak to me, until your history's no mystery.
I gotta say, the three-way harmony happening here reminds me of what we listened to on the Woodstock movie when we heard Crosby, Stills, and Nash together. When they did those three-part harmonies, except this is all a cappella, and it's really nice. Give me everything you've got. I'll take what I can get. I want to hear your story and be a part of it. Thank your father before you, his mother before him. Who would I be without them? What a way to be thankful for a person. Like, speak to me, speak to me, speak to me until your history's no mystery to me. This is just a really lovely way to speak like sweet somethings to a person.
Speak to me, until your history's no mystery to me. Talk to me.
Stay cuss.
Talk to me. Until the words run dry, we'll see eye to eye. I'll give everything I've got. Please take what I can give. I want you to hear my story and be a part of
I love that they just opened this up with like an a cappella arrangement there. I also love their blending of voices. That was truly fantastic. And I mean, realistically, I don't know any of who are who. You know what I mean? So it was nice to just kind of go in completely blind and get that, you know, I just noticed that there's a bunch of little teeth tattooed on them. That's kind of cool. Sorry. Whoa, what a contrast, huh? We go from that a cappella banger to just a nice, fun, like, immediately everybody's in, drums, bass, guitar.
It's a bad idea, and I'm all about it. Give it one more chance, and then I'll finally had it. When you wake up, I'll be gone again.
Ooh. I loved the "When You Wake Up, I'll Be Gone Again" harmony there that comes in the left ear. Listen to that.
I'll be gone again.
The synthy stuff. Is this just a 3-piece?
It's an all-night drive from your house to Reno to the T-Bird graveyard where we play with fire. In another life we were arsonists.
Who played the instruments? Which person played which instrument or instruments? I really love their dynamics here.
To the T-Bird graveyard where we play with fire. In another life we were arsonists.
In another life we were arsonists.
How long's the Chevy been on cinder blocks? Mama told me that it don't run on wishes, but that I should have fun pushing flowers that come up into the front of a shotgun. So many hills to die on.
I really loved that. Pushing the flowers that come up, like pushing up daisies, right? In the front of a shotgun, so many hills to die upon. I mean, honestly, dude, that was really good.
So many hills to die on.
I love the brown sound here.
Gas out of time, out of money, and doing what you can, just making it right. Gas out of time,
Atmospheric for days. Loving this round. I love this one. And as big as her voice got there in that shout moment, I really just swooned. In the reverb decay. I love that they kept it. The personnel on Wikipedia credits the boys the names of the three and some other underperformance. Okay, got it. Emily, I'm sorry is this one. You don't think they've made it clear who played what?
She's asleep in the backseat, looking peaceful enough to me, but she's waking up inside a dream full of screeching tires and fire.
This is Phoebe Bridgers.
We're coming back from where no one lives, pretty much just veterans. When I pointed out where the North Star is, she called me a fucking liar.
You hear the whoo-woo. It almost sounds like a flute in the wind, kind of going from your left to your right to your left ear. It's very, very, very atmospheric. I like that they get these atmospheric sounds.
Just veterans. When I pointed out where the North Star is, she called me a fucking liar. Emily, I'm sorry.
It's like they're playing with reverse delays to get that noise, maybe.
Make it up as I go along, and I can feel myself becoming someone only you could want.
Wow. I really like that lyric.
Headed straight for the concrete.
Kind of takes a lo-fi pitch to it. I wonder how the songwriting process went. If they wrote them all together and were like, oh yeah, you should sing the front on this one, or if they all brought their own songs together and then collaborated it out from there.
Headed straight for the concrete in a nightmare, screaming. Now I'm wide awake, spiraling, and you don't wanna talk. Just take me back.
Interesting lo-fi drum sounds.
I'll get a real job. You'll go back to school. We can burn out in the freezing cold and just get lost.
The decays are so nice.
I'm sorry, baby. You know how I get when I'm wrong, and I can feel myself becoming somebody I'm not. So Emily, forgive me. Can we make it up as we go along? I'm 27 and I don't know who I am, but I know what I want.
I think that this is super universal in that most people can see themselves in this lyricism, especially if you've had any sort of relationship. Hey, I'm sorry. You know how I get when I'm wrong, and I can feel myself becoming somebody I'm not. I also really loved the way that she kind of broke the meter to do this, right? Like, Emily, forgive me. We can make it up as we go along. And it's almost like the forgiveness, make it up, like make it up to you is there, but then also the wordplay of like we can make it up. There is a PDF floating around that color codes who wrote which lyric. Oh, okay. I like the double play of the word make it up as we go along, but then the part that hits hard is like I'm 27 and I don't know who I am, but I know what I want. That's a big thing, right? Like if you don't, but I would also kind of just prayerfully let you know that if you find yourself resounding with that feeling or relating to it, I do believe that you'll figure it out. And funnily enough, you might find, if you find out who you are, or you decide you realize who you are, that what you might want or what you want changes. It's a pretty interesting, and maybe this is just coming from my own anecdotal experience in life, but if you find yourself feeling like you don't know who you are, but knowing what you want, my prayer is that you figure out both of those things in a way that makes sense to you. Definitely feels like they're playing with a lot of reverse delays in this as well.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
They really get excited. Like, I get really excited with the warbly, modulated decay sounds that they've had at the end of their songs. It's super nice. This one, like, was super good. It's not one that, like, mega moved me in, like, I want to hear that again immediately. But I definitely saw where it was coming from. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those songs that anybody can really relate to. Replacing the name of Emily. True Blue.
You said you wanted to feel alive, so we went to the beach. You were born in July 95.
I was born in July 91. What are you talking about?
To the beach. You were born in
JK.
July 95.
Lucy
In a
Davis.
deadly heat. You say you're a winter bitch, but summer's in your blood. You can't help but become the sun.
I love that. You can't help but become the sun. She kind of goes lower there while you have that guitar run backing her in the back, like the really reverby tremolo guitar.
But become the sun.
Loved that.
When you moved to Chicago, you were spinning out. When you don't know who you are, you fuck around and find out.
I love the lyric
When you
use there.
called me from the train, water freezing in your eyes. You were happy and I wasn't surprised.
Have you ever had the experience of crying and your tears getting frozen? I've had that happen to me twice in my life, and neither time it was awesome, but it's like it was just like a negative degrees day kind of day, and yeah, like your tears really can freeze up on your face. Yeah, and I wouldn't think that because they're salty, but like it happens.
And it feels
Yep, that'd do it going up.
to be known. So
Yo, what's up, the real Grimoire? Welcome to the Rooskies.
I can't hide from you like I hide from myself.
Digging this one so hard.
Now you're moving and breaking a sweat on your upper lip and getting pissed about humidity and the leaky faucet. You already heard.
It's almost like you get a sense of the seasons changing within the song, right? Like, and I think that's intentional, commenting on both summer and winter, but then going from like your frozen tears to complaining about the humidity, which is typically something people only do when it's really hot.
My feelings 3 times in the way only you could. But it feels good to be known so well.
Wow, it feels good to be known so well.
I can't hide from
I gotta say, it feels good to be known so well. I can't hide from you like I hide from myself. I remember who I am when I'm with you. Made me think of you, so you know. I love you back. Cutie PJs. So nice.
And it feels good to be known so well.
Favorite song so far for sure.
From you like I hide from myself.
You know what I also really liked is You've Never Done Me Wrong, except for that one time that we don't talk about, because it doesn't matter anymore who won the fight. I don't know. We're not keeping score. That may that be the case for your relationships, because at the end of the day, I feel like if people could get to a place where they acknowledged that the relationship matters very frequently more than the disagreement. I mean, there's obviously going to be some disagreements that are just hard to move past, but a lot of times I think that people get in their own way when it comes to a good thing in a relationship. And I think that, again, when you come to the realization that in love, if it's love, very frequently the relationship does mean more than the disagreement. And a lot of times I think it comes down to, you know, kind of accepting that, realizing where selfishness ends and selflessness begins, and a loving concept is I think kind of one of the biggest lessons to learn in love. And you know, I think if you're actively working on love, of course you're human beings, you're going to have some problems along the way, but you know, I think if both people are contributing and they realize to themselves each individually, like, the relationship matters more than the disagreement. And, you know, if both people are on board with kind of allowing things to move forward, that's good. That's the sign of a healthy relationship. And I pray that for each of you, that you know, you find that in your life. Because it does exist, but you got to realize it takes work on both parts, and you also have to be willing to do that work. And certainly I'm not saying accept narcissism in your life. Certainly I'm not saying accept like mistreatment. If that is the case, then yes, that is one of the scenarios where like the relationship isn't as important as the disagreement. But golly goodness, I think that the comment on love in this particular song is just truly beautiful.
Love is tough, your love is tried and true blue.
Garabato, how's it going? BNE2? True Blue. That's so far my favorite song. That was fantastic. Is that a banjo in the back? Or like just a dull electric keyboard? Some banjo, for sure.
Met you at the dive bar to go shoot some pool. Make fun of the cowboys with the neck tattoo.
Julian Baker, got it.
Ask you easy questions about work and school.
Has kind of a Joni Mitchell vibe between the acoustic guitar and just the day in the life confessional kind of lyrics here. Maybe not confessional, but day in the life lyricism.
Trying to be cool about it, feeling like an absolute fool about it, wishing you were kind enough to be cruel about it, telling myself I can always do without it.
And rhyming it with it 4 times. Also, I kind of like that she was able to do that without it seeming disingenuous.
When that it probably isn't true. I came prepared for absolution if you'd only ask. So I take some offense when you say no regrets.
Lucy Dacus.
I remember it's impossible to pass your test.
Simon and Garfunkel is still blind territory
But
for
I'm
me.
trying to forget about it, feeling like I'm breaking a sweat about it, wishing you would kindly get out of my head about it, telling myself one day I'll forget about it, knowing that it probably isn't true.
This is really lovely.
Once I took your medication to know what it's like, and now I have to act like I can't read your mind.
Wow.
I ask you how.
To be clear, putting yourself into another person's shoes is not the same thing as putting yourself into another person's pill bottle, okay? Let's just be clear, it's not the same. I used to think that was the case with psychedelics until I realized everybody kind of handles psychedelics same but different, and it's the but different part that I'm talking about.
Your medication to know what it's like. And now I have to act like I can't read your mind. I ask you how you're doing and I let you lie. But we don't have to talk about it. I can walk you home and practice method acting. I'll pretend being with you doesn't feel like drowning, telling you it's nice to see how good you're doing, even though you know it isn't true.
That's a comment on knowing somebody's telling you how bad they're doing and telling you somebody is doing fine when you know that they're not doing well. I had this, I wrote this song a long time ago called Cup of Tea, and I called myself a timid parade of hurt on display. Like, basically walking around trying to be fine, but everybody that looked at me knew I was like a sad, depressed wreck. Which, what are you laughing at?
I want tea now.
You want tea now? No, I mean, hey, lyricism comes out at weird points. When I wrote it, I meant it, but not that tea. Maybe the orange tea? Yeah. Yeah, masking is a very real thing. I think a lot of people want everybody to think that they're okay because it's just easier than talking about what's wrong. I think she's pretending to be glad to hear they're doing well. That's what I'm saying. She says, when she said, I let you lie, I ask you how you're doing and I let you lie, but we don't have to talk about it. I can walk you home and practice method acting. I'll pretend being with you doesn't feel like drowning, telling you it's nice to see how good you're doing. That's like, they're both sides are lying to each other. You know what I mean? Like they're both coming from a place of you know, I don't think disingenuity is a word, but they're both being disingenuous, right? Like they're not actually expressing how they feel. So one side is saying, "Oh, I'm doing great," not really meaning it, and the other side is like, "Oh, that's great that you're doing great," knowing that they were lied to. It's a really interesting play in a conversation. Not strong enough.
Black hole opened in the kitchen. Every clock's a different time. It would only take the energy to fix it. I don't know why I am the way I am. Not strong enough to be your man. I tried, I can't stop staring at the ceiling fan and spinning out about things that haven't happened. Breathing in and out.
The way that she plays with the meter, again, I've really kind of been taken with the way that they approach the meter, because they don't just rhyme in like the standard 4/4 convention. Like they're not hitting you with an A-B scheme, you know what I mean? Like I love that.
Breathing in and out. Drag racing through the canyon, singing "Boys Don't Cry."
It's one of my karaoke songs, Boys Don't Cry.
Do you see us getting scraped up off the pavement? I don't know why I am the way I am. Not strong enough to be your man. I lie, I am just lowering your expectations. Half a mind that keeps the other second guessing. Close my eyes and count.
This is nice. Do you see us getting scraped off the pavement? I don't know why I am the way that I am. Not strong enough to be your man. I lie. I am just lowering your expectations. Half a mind that keeps the other second guessing. And like that's almost like I have half a mind to make to do this or this, but it's like that's kind of the interesting wordplay there. Like the half a mind thing comes in, and I think you only get that because of the way they break up the meter, which again is just one of those really cool parts of the album so far. I like the delay work on the guitar.
An angel never got. Always 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 an angel never got.
Da, 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 da. What does this part remind me of? No, down, 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 down. That's not it. No. Always an angel, never a god. It reminds me of something. It's the way, the cadence of it.
Always an angel never.
It reminds me of a Fish song. It reminds me of it's a Fish song. What is it? What is, huh? Okay. Hang on, give me a second. First came the light. What is the song? Evolve. It reminds me of the song Evolve. Yes.
Angel never God, always an angel, never God, always an angel, never.
Oh, be careful there, boy.
Always an angel, never God, always an angel, never God, always an angel, never God.
First came the light, then came the sound.
Always an angel, never God.
The Lady Rooski's not convinced. What'd you say? No, I haven't.
Always an angel, never God. Always an angel, never God. Always an angel, never God. Always an angel, never. I don't know why I am the way I am. There's something in the static. I think I've been having revelations coming to in the front seat, nearly empty. Skip the exit to our street and go home.
I liked that song. It wasn't my favorite on the album. Honestly, it's kind of bread and butter music for me, right? Like it's indie rock, it's ambient, it's atmospheric, it's got fun delays on the guitars, like reverse delays, a lot of reverb, a lot of volume swells, a lot of tremolo stuff. Got the lo-fi moments, but it's also like leaning heavier on real drums than it is like electric drums. I'm not opposed to this at all. I've actually really found myself enjoying it. I do have to run an ad break, so give me a few moments and we will be right back. Alrighty, we are back, and I just found out that the Lady Rooski is making kale chips tomorrow. Can I get some W's for kale chips? Because they are wonderful. That's one of my all-time favorite snacks. And let's get into the back half of this album, shall we? Coming into Revolution Zero. I like their mix of ambient, atmospheric sounds with just simple acoustic guitars.
Imaginary friend, you live up in my head. So I've been making music since you told me to do it. I just wanna know who broke your nose.
If she's imaginary, technically you did.
Figure out where they live so I can kick their teeth in.
I really like that lyric. I honestly like this concept of your imaginary friend who's like inspired you to make music, but then commenting that somebody broke your imaginary friend's nose. It's almost like you're having a hard time writing or making music, and you want to know what it was that caused you to be so distant from what it is that you love.
And kick their teeth in. If it isn't love, then what the fuck is
They used
it?
love and the F word as a rhyme.
Guess just let me pretend. I don't wanna die. that's a lie. But I'm afraid to get sick. I don't know what that is. You wanted a song, so it's gonna be a short one. Wish I wasn't so tired, but I'm tired.
What an acquiescence there.
If you're not enough, then I give up, and then nothing is.
That little snare in the back. Yeah, everybody, W's for Amyl and the Sniffers. One of my all-time new favorite, like, punk rock acts. I think Amy Taylor and that whole band, it just rips. I mean, yeah, so happy to hear that they cleaned up. I think anybody who's kind of battled themselves internally, or anybody who fights that, like, internal recluse battle gets this. Ooh. The dynamics there, going from almost nothing to bringing up with strings. You think it's going to end, and then it decidedly doesn't. With the strings. And that snare gets so big and gainy. I love it. Almost to the point that it peaks. Dude, everything I've ever heard about Amyl and the Sniffers is so cool, and that story just 100% like confirms it. I you know, obviously we're here like doing boygenius, which is a totally different kind of music than Amyl, but it's honestly taking indie rock to a more ambient, atmospheric way than I'd ever thought. The next song is called Leonard Cohen, and this is actually the one that Mel asked if I'd listen to when she walked in. When she was like, "Have you listened to Leonard Cohen yet?" And my brain, my first instinct was like, "No." I mean, I only know the one song. But now I realize she's talking about this song. Her favorite song.
On the on-ramp you said, if you love me, you...
What'd you say? The quote she likes. She said she's heard the song once.
On the on-ramp you said, if you love me, you will listen to this song.
Oh, wow.
And I could tell that you were serious, so I didn't tell you you were driving the wrong way on the interstate until the song was done. You felt like an idiot.
What's up, Matt?
Adding an hour to the drive, but it gave us more time to embarrass ourselves, telling stories we wouldn't tell anyone else.
Love
You
this.
said I might like you less now that you know me so well.
Feel like this is using the same butter that Elliott Smith did to butter his bread. You know what I mean? Like, it's got that kind of like vocal modulation that and doubling that I feel like Elliot does, to where it sounds a little bit distant, a little bit like reverbed and echoey. This is such a nice one. I also kind of see myself in like, I'm the person that says this to people in drives, and I would absolutely drive an hour out of the way on accident.
Tell anyone else. You said I might like you less now that
Yeah, you definitely
know
can
me
hear the
so
acoustic guitar
well.
scraping on the chords.
I might like you less now that you know me so well. Leonard Cohen once said, there's a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in. And I am not an old man having an existential crisis at a Buddhist monastery writing horny poetry. But I agree.
This is
Never
dope.
thought you'd happen to me.
I never thought you'd have.
I never thought you'd happen to me.
There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. I actually really, really, really appreciate that. Mel and I were talking about this because apparently Crimson Raiders sent Mel this song, and she was like, yeah, there's a quote in the song that says there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in, and she really liked that quote. And from Leonard. And that particular quote reminded me of this this idea in Judaism. Give me a second. There's a crack in everything. Judaism. It's called. Give me a second. It comes from the concept of like kintsugi, and in religious practices that confront imperfection, like Yom Kippur, to find a new understanding and connection with the divine. Let me see. Yeah. Anyways. More or less, you get the point without making you wait for me. This song really, 1 minute and 42 seconds, but wow. And I like that they're even like, I'm not an old man having an existential crisis at a Buddhist monastery writing horny poetry. But I agree. I never thought you'd happen to me. I like that there is this comment throughout this album of allowing somebody to know you so much, good and bad, that and kind of like risking allowing oneself to have so much to lose, whether that's, with in a relationship context, right? Like, it is a beautiful thing to have so much to lose, but it's also at times a terrifying thing, and very worth it if you allow yourself to experience that. But I like that there is this idea that, like, hey, maybe I like you less now that you know me so well, because like the good and the bad parts. But then there's also this really, really beautiful idea of just being loved for who you are, good and bad, and that is a gift, and that is awesome. Don't give me those cute faces.
I never thought you'd happen to me.
This is tremendous. That was one of the best ones. Satanist is the next one. Down, 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 down.
Will you be a Satanist with me? Mortgage off your soul to buy your dream. Vacation home in Florida, the collateral the devil's repossessing from me.
Wow. Her name is Noelle. I have a dream about her. Yeah, a little bit.
Trying to score some off-brand ecstasy.
I feel like off-brand ecstasy is not something people should be trying to score.
Score some off-brand ecstasy.
We call those research chemicals. does.
Sleep in cars and kill the bourgeoisie. At least until you find out what a fake I am. Spray paint my initials on an ATM. I burn my cash and smash my old TV.
Yo, Magumba, thank you for the 100 gold biddies, man. A little bit of a built to spill vibe here.
Will you be a nihilist with me?
That part reminded me of the artist Faust a little bit, with the way she said, will you be a nihilist with me? Will you be a Satanist with me? Will you be an anarchist with me? Will you be a nihilist with me? These are all, like, depending on how you view them, kind of like polarized ideals, right? Like things that would alarm most people if they found out about you.
A nihilist with me.
I love this ambient high-pitched sound with this chugging guitar.
Matters, man, that's a relief.
I think I might agree with you, Rock.
Solomon had a point when he wrote Ecclesiastes. If nothing can be known, then stupidity is holy. If the void becomes a bore, we'll treat ourselves to some self-belief.
Oh, you know what I should do?
This is definitely the best one on the album, dude. The halftime break.
If you can even be seen from so far away, the slow pull, the seismic drift, leaning over the edge of the continent. It's so
I've got orange tea. This has been by far the best song on the album. And I know it sounds funny for me to say, because I've been very kind of open about my faith on this, but like, yeah, a song called Satanist can be the best song on an album. And like, this is gnarly. Again, Solomon had a point when he wrote Ecclesiastes. If nothing can be known, then stupidity is holy. Like, I really, really, really love that. It's nice. The kind of sound in the background, really heavy ambience, really big atmosphere there. It's like they have these really cool high-pitched droning sounds, but then they've also got this rock and riffy like guitar and bass sound, and it even sounds like they're playing really loose strings, or that you're hearing the pick attack and like the actual vibration that of the instruments that you don't hear purely when amped up or done DI, right? Like direct input. It feels like you're actually hearing the wow, wow, like the metally vibration part of the strings, and I love that. Oh, yo, Flutter King, you were follower number 4300. Welcome to the Rooskies, homie. That was a great one. We're in love. Man, this album's kind of flying.
You could absolutely break my heart. That's how I know that we're in love. I don't need the symbol of a scar.
Looking at the symbol, like a scar as a symbol, that's interesting.
So put down the knife. We're not swapping blood. Isn't it enough that we strip down to our skin, cold and porcelain, like bathers in a painting? And I told you of your past lives, every man you've ever been.
Come give me a kiss.
It wasn't flesh.
Love you. Enjoy your tea.
But you listened like it mattered. I feel crazy in ways I never say. Will you still love me if it turns out I'm insane?
I really love that you're getting this really lovely, almost not hearable piano and guitar sound. Like her voice is the main instrument of this, and I love that focus.
I know what you'll say, but it helps to hear you say it anyway.
A little bit like a demo, but also like, yeah, it's like the music is the actual instrumentation is ancillary to what she's doing. In this context, the lyrical delivery machine is the focal instrument.
Some October in the future, I'll run out of trash TV, and I'll be feeling lonely. So I'll walk to karaoke, sing the song you wrote about me. Never once checking the words. I hope that no one sings along. I hope that I'm not a regular.
I cannot separate that this reminds me of Joni Mitchell.
And that makes me sad. It doesn't have to be like that. If you rewrite your life, may I still play a part in the next one. Will you find me? I'll be the boy with the pink carnation pinned to my lapel, who looks like hell and asks for help.
Wow.
And if you do, I'll know it's you. I can't imagine you without the same smile in your eyes. There is something about you that I will always recognize. And if you don't remember, I will try to remind you of the hummingbird.
Consider the hummingbirds.
You know the ones. And the baby scorpion. And the winter lunar halo. And the walk we took in the redwoods. I could go on and on and on, and I will go on and on and on until it all comes back.
Two songs to go, dude. This was one of those ones that I probably wouldn't come back to on its own, but I would not skip it, because I would probably end up coming to this album for the album, right? Like, so far, I feel like it's worth more than the sum of its parts, though Satanist was just a mega banger that I'd return to almost any day of the week. Which is hilarious for me specifically to say, I think. Anti-curse.
Getting deep. I'm out of my depth.
Their guitar sounds are so wet, but and then you hear this very clean and punching through bass. The guitar is almost like an ambient tool in this.
I'm out of my depth at a public beach.
4 on the floor, baby.
I never listened, I had to see for myself. It's coming in waves, shoots through my mind like a pinball string.
Reminds me a little bit of Sweet Disposition.
Point blank. Salt in my lungs, holding my breath,
Just musically.
making peace with my inevitable death.
This one has got contention to be my, like, in the favorites. I don't think it beats Satanist, but I really like the way this one's building into itself.
I guess I did alright considering.
And the breakup of the meter, as they say, considering with the drums.
Halfway decent friend.
The madness of the drums in these parts.
Alright considering. Tried to be a halfway decent friend. Wound up a bad comedian. An honest fool is more bad habits than you can count.
Their use of atmosphere, the tremolo picking sound, it's all good.
Was anyone ever so young? Breaking curfew with illegal fireworks. Unpacking, got in the suburbs. I'm swimming back. See, you don't have to make it bad.
Probably second favorite on the album right now.
Just 'cause you know
A little bit, this part reminds me of Since You've Been Gone. Here's the thing, we started... Sorry, you see what I'm saying? Here's the thing, we started out friends.
to the worst love song you've ever heard. Sounding out the foreign characters.
Chat, which one of you was the one that said, is an anti-curse like a blessing? Because the way that ended was pretty interesting. And incidentally, like an antidote, right? When you think about a poison and an antidote, right? Like an antidote, if you take it on its own, doesn't really do anything because you're not poisoned for it to do anything. In this case, I like that anti-curse could basically be like, you know, you're saying it's like the opposite of that, or even a blessing, but also like anti-curse, my brain went to antidote. Like there's nothing to anti-curse without a curse. So it's a pretty interesting conversation there. I really, really find myself, that second favorite on the album. Coming into the last song, Letter to an Old Poet. Transitioned right in.
I think that you're special. You told me once that I'm selfish, and I kissed you hard in the dark, in the closet.
Reminds me of Passenger Seat by Death Cab for Cutie.
You said my music is mellow. Maybe I'm just exhausted. You think you're a good person because you won't punch me in the stomach.
Oh.
And I love you. I don't know why.
What an acquiescence again.
I just do.
Lyrically, they have truly throughout this album embodied what it is to acquiesce, or displayed what it is to acquiesce lyrically, right? Like kind of accepting something that you don't want to accept, but you just kind of have to. That's just the way it is. Like you kind of resign to the idea, like, all right, well, frig, I guess this is what it is. You know, and in this context, even just down to admitting, like, I love you, and I don't know why, I just do. You know, but like you're talking about somebody that is potentially just like not a healthy person for you. Like, you know, you said my music is mellow, maybe I'm just exhausted. You think you're a good person because you don't punch me in the stomach. That's basically like saying, like, just because you don't do this doesn't mean you're a good person. It just means you don't do that. But like you can still be bad for me in other ways.
But you're not special, you're evil. You don't get to tell me to calm down. You made me feel like
What up, Zen?
an equal, but I'm better than you, and you should know that by now.
Wow.
When you fell down the stairs, it looked like it hurt, and I wasn't sorry.
Wow.
I should have left you right there with your hostages, my heart and my car keys.
The hostages in this case, it almost seems like it's a list, right? Your hostages, my heart, and my car keys. But what she's saying is your hostages, the hostages in this case, are the heart and the car keys, not that there's a list of 3, it's a list of 2 being described as hostages.
You don't know me. I wanna be happy. I'm ready to walk into my room without looking for you. I'll go up to the top of our building and remember my dog when I see the full moon. I can't feel it yet, but I am
W's for the Oxford comma. The crescendo at the end. Wow.
It
This was nice. I mean, from start to end, it was really just kind of a truly deeply personal album, it seems. Like they all brought themselves into this. You know what I mean? And I love the imagery. I love the stream of consciousness writing. I honestly loved their use of atmosphere. I loved how big and swelly it got. I really found myself just easily digesting this because it wasn't something I had to overthink and listening to, right? Like it just kind of comes naturally to me to be able to hear like indie rock music and like big ambient music because it's like kind of the music I end up making on my own, right? Like it's not like I when I write my own music, it comes out that much different. Like oftentimes it's an acoustic guitar and me trying to put spacey atmospheric stuff to it. Um, and I liked that. This was something I could absolutely artistically relate to. And I think it kind of sang on different phases of my own past, you know, maybe currently not my present, but I can remember feeling a lot of the ways they sang about. And I think there's, you hear me say it all the time, but I think that there's just something good about remembering from whence you came. First timers, raw doggers, what did you guys think of that one? I quite enjoyed it. Again, it was absolutely something I would revisit. Uh, I definitely find that I think that this is a little bit more specific to like the indie rock dorks out there, but like I love yous and I'm one of yous, so I can say that. Um, yeah, that was good. I enjoyed it, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best, and until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.